laugh at, or make fun of others. Ridiculers are, in general, detestable to others. PR 24. 9. If such do not accept reproof, they will experience disaster. PR 1. 22-27. And how despicable are those who deride the poor, or their own parents. PR 17. 5. 30. 17. Ridiculers often refuse to listen to rebuke. PR 13. 1. And do not love those reproving them. PR 9. 7, 8. 15. 12. Nevertheless, they should be disciplined for the benefit of others. PR 9. 12. 19. 25, 29. 21. 11. Instead of keeping company with such unholy ones, it is better to drive them away. Much happier are those who refuse to sit with ungodly ridiculers. PS 1. 1. PR 22. 10. Ridicule against God's servants. Unjustified ridicule of every sort is suffered by faithful servants of Jehovah. Job was falsely accused of deriding others. Job 11. 3. Whereas, in reality, he was the one derided, mocked, and made a laughingstock for his course of integrity. Job 12. 4. 17. 2. 21. 3. David was derided and mocked. PS 22. 7. 35. 16. Likewise, Elisha took Kai 2. 23. Nehemiah and those associated with him. Any 2. 19. 4. 1. And many others received their trial by mockings. Job 11. 36. When King Hezekiah of Judah sent runners throughout cities of Ephraim and Manasseh, urging them to come to Jerusalem and celebrate the Passover, many individuals mocked and derided the messengers. 2ch 30. 1. 10. This, in fact, was the way apostates of both houses of Israel treated God's prophets and messengers until the rage of Jehovah swept them all away. 2ch 36. 15, 16. Ridiculing Jesus and his disciples. As God's servant and prophet, Jesus Christ was sneered at, laughed at, made fun of, treated insolently, even spit upon, during his ministry on earth. Mr. 5. 40. Luke 16. 14. 18. 32. The Jewish priests and rulers were especially hateful in their derision. Mount 27. 41. Mr. 15. 29-31. Luke 23. 11. 35. The Roman soldiers joined in the mockery when he was delivered up to them. Mount 27. 27-31. Mr. 15. 20. Luke 22. 63. 23. 36. The disciples of Jesus Christ were likewise mocked by the uninformed. Textoi acute miritra longo. Ridicule 808. When he was suffering, he did not go threatening, but kept on committing himself to the one who judges righteously. The Apostle Peter expresses this point when writing to Christians, particularly to slaves, exhorting them not to let such treatment incite them to retaliate. For Christ is their example, a model, Peter says, for them to follow his steps closely. 1 Pe 2. 18-23. Row 12. 17-21. At one point in his career, Jeremiah the prophet of God said, I became an object of laughter all day long. Everyone is holding me in derision. Momentarily he weakened and considered stopping his prophetic work because of the unceasing reproach and jeering. But he recognized that it was for the word of Jehovah that the derision came, and God's word in his heart proved to be like a burning fire that he could not endure to hold in. For his faithfulness Jehovah was with him like a terrible mighty one, and Jeremiah was strengthened to keep on loyally. Job 20. 7-11. Job was a man righteously maintaining his integrity through great ridicule. But he developed the wrong viewpoint and made a mistake, for which he was corrected. Elihu said of him, What able-bodied man is like Job, who drinks up derision like water? Job 34. 7. Job became too concerned with his own justification rather than God's, and he tended to magnify his own righteousness more than God's. Job 35. 2. 36. 24. In receiving the severe ridicule of his three companions, Job tended to count it directed toward himself rather than toward God. In this he was like a person who gives himself up to derision and ridicule and delights in it, taking it in as though he were drinking water with enjoyment. God later explained to Job that these ridiculers were actually in the final analysis speaking untruth against God. Job 42. 7. Similarly, Jehovah told the prophet Samuel when Israel demanded a king, "It is not you whom they have rejected, but it is I whom they have rejected from being king over them." 1:8. 7. And Jesus said to his disciples, "You will be objects of hatred by all the nations not on your own account, but on account of my name." Mount 24. 9. Keeping these things in mind will enable the Christian to endure ridicule in the right spirit and will qualify him to receive a reward for his endurance. Luke 6. 22, 23. Justifiable ridicule.